Clubs are a popular place to meet someone new. Everyone's relaxed, you can have a good time. What better place to get to know more about the person you've met, right? Maybe you've been out with the person once, maybe a few times. But keep in mind that someone new may be harboring a dark side. The idyllic honeymoon phase of a new relationship can just as suddenly be interrupted by the ugly specter of date rape. Date rape, sometimes referred to as acquaintance rape, can be a very real and very frightening outcome of a new relationship. According to the U.S. Department of Justice, a woman is raped somewhere in America every 2 minutes. 57% of these rapes occur while on a date. So what exactly is date rape? Date rape is defined as attempted or completed sexual contact without the victim's consent by someone she is dating. This crime is a felony, and whether you've been out with the attacker once or a number of times, date rape is still a form of rape. This type of rape is often accompanied by the use of alcohol or drugs that are voluntarily or involuntarily taken before the rape. The mixture of drugs and alcohol makes clubs and other social parties an excellent setting for someone looking to commit date rape. While typically you'll know if you're drinking alcohol, you may not know that you've been given drugs. Common date rape drugs such as Rohypnol or roofies, GHB, and ketamine may be completely tasteless, colorless, or odorless, making them easy to slip into a drink. Your only sign may be a slight cloudiness or salty taste in the drink they've been added to. These warning signs can be difficult to detect in the dark settings of a club where you're munching on snack mix. There are a number of ways you can limit your risk of being a victim of date rape. If you're in a social setting that includes alcohol, don't accept drinks from other people. Open containers yourself. Keep your drink with you at all times, including when you go to the restroom. Don't share drinks or drink from punch bowls or common open containers. If someone offers to get you a drink, go with them. Watch the drink being poured and carry it yourself. Don't drink anything that tastes or smells funny. If you set your drink down and leave it even for a minute, pour it out and get another one. And finally, if you feel drunk and haven't had any alcohol or are feeling effects too strong for the amount you've had to drink, get help right away. Most especially, trust your feelings. If you feel like something isn't quite right, it probably isn't. Tell a trusted friend or security at a club that you need help. Regardless of their form, date rape drugs are very powerful, especially when they're mixed with alcohol, and can rapidly affect you without you even knowing. Date rape drugs can impair both your judgment and your memory. You may wake up the morning after with no recollection of rape whatsoever. So how will you know if you've been raped? The truth is, you may not. Most date rape victims report that they don't remember having been drugged or raped. And if you've fallen asleep following the attack, you may not be aware for 8 to 12 hours. You're more likely to feel the effects of the drugs. These effects may include waking up feeling very hungover and disoriented, having no memory of a period of time, remembering having a drink but not being able to recall anything after that, finding that your clothes are torn or not on right, feeling like you've had sex but not being able to remember it. If you even suspect that you've been raped, there are a few important steps you should take to protect yourself. Get medical care right away. Call 911 or have a trusted friend or family member take you to the emergency room. Don't clean up before you go. Urinating, douching, or washing can destroy evidence that could be used against your attacker. Once you arrive at the emergency room, a health care provider will examine you using a rape kit to gather any evidence they find. Understand that date rape isn't your fault. You may think you've done something to invite the rape, but sex without your consent is rape, even if you weren't in any shape to say no. Call the police from the emergency room. Tell them what you remember. If you decide not to press charges later, you should still inform the police. Give them all of the details you recall, including any drinking or drug activity that may have been taking place. The police will need to know everything you remember to determine the activity was rape. While you're at the hospital, ask the healthcare provider to collect a urine sample to test for date rape drugs. Date rape drugs leave the body very quickly, so they may not show up in the test. However, the concentration will be strongest if you haven't urinated following the rape. Waiting until you arrive at the hospital, if possible, will be your best chance of determining if date rape drugs were used in the attack. And finally, if you've experienced date rape, ask your doctor or other healthcare provider for recommendations of counseling and support groups in your area. Feelings of shame, guilt, fear, and shock are very normal following a rape experience. Speaking to someone about the emotions you're dealing with can help you work through them. Knowing the steps to avoid date rape can ensure that beginnings of a new relationship have all the bright promise of the honeymoon phase.